Hello everyone. I wanted to give an overview of what is going on this month in October of 2021, and we're going to begin with the new moon of October 6th. And on this day, many things are occurring simultaneously. We have Pluto that is changing directions and going direct since he's been retrograde. And Pluto is all about power. This is personal power and the greater, larger power on a grander scale. And this is the unconscious, the unknowable, and the unknown. This is the darkness in many different aspects. And this is the weight, what has been feeling very heavy in many different senses. And so the weight will begin to be lifted. It will begin to pick up. The speed will begin to pick up. And it does begin with Pluto now. And I'm getting a sense of the power being magnetically dispersed. And this isn't just a random disbursement. This is in accordance with cosmic balance and the fractalization of karma, which is quite interesting. Everything is being balanced on such a grand scale, almost back to the beginning, back to the greater balance, back to Zeropoint. And all of this begins within. So the power it's not only there for the taking, it is in fact already yours. And with Mercury retrograde here, that just takes a very simple shift in perspective to see a greater truth, to see what exactly is going on. So paying attention to how the power is shifting, there's going to be some subtle shifts going on that will be evident in the external playing out around you, but there's going to be something deep inside you to notice on this day. So this is October 6th. The new moon is typically a day to go within, to really cut distractions, and to pay attention to that infinite space of peace and stillness within. This is a very, very good day to focus on what exactly you've been giving away and how you have deferred to others, to something outside of you, for them to choose, for someone else, something else to choose the direction that you go in. This means handing over authority to someone or something else. Now is the perfect time to notice when, where, how you've been doing this. And it only takes a little shift in your perspective to realize that it has always been yours. It's yours to give away, and it's yours to reclaim and take back. Your authority is your own. It's going to be the beginning of a very big collective shift. And I'm really feeling the strong magnetism, the pull of this power collecting within each individual, and the collective realization in the reclamation of this power. It really is, Pluto is, it rules Scorpio, the death and the rebirth process. This really is the rebirthing in your power, in your own authority, in your own sovereignty. And it means plowing through your fear, plowing through that illusory veil of fear. You haven't ever done this before. This is new. It's power that's already yours, that's been yours, but you have never claimed it for your own in this way. This will be new. So you may get a rush of fear, a wave of fear flowing through your body. That's okay. Keep going. Keep going anyway. You know what makes sense, what makes truthful sense within the body, within the body's wisdom. So really, really trust the deeper knowing within your body and move forward anyway. Speak your truth anyway. There is power in your presence. There is power in your presence, and you never need to explain why. You never need to explain your reasons. It's important that you speak for yourself, that you speak up for you, that you speak for what doesn't feel right for you. And there is someone out there, at least one person who needs to hear this, but no is a complete answer. No. And that's it. And you stand firm. And there's going to be such a great feeling when you take these steps and speak these new statements from a new place of personal power for yourself. It's going to be beautiful, a beautiful new embodiment for you. And then you're free. You're in a new space of freedom here. So freedom is here for the taking, for the reclaiming. And it begins with this new moon, in tropical Libra, which is about balance. And it's in the constellation of Virgo, which is also about balance, because it's about the harvest. It's about receiving what is yours, not only what you have earned, but what you are deserving of simply because you are. There is abundance for all. So this is going to be a very, very new space. It's so new. So really take this time, this dark moon, to go within, to listen. Listen to what floats into your awareness. This will mean cutting distractions, cutting out the noise, television, media, cut it all out. It's getting louder and louder in its distraction, because it's there to distract you from your own power. If you're in a space of fear, it's very difficult to step into your own power. So cut anything out that pulls you into the vibration of fear. That's going to be very, very important. Okay, so also with this new moon, the sun and the moon are together. That's the new moon. And Mars is also conjunct. Mars is aligned there. Mercury is very, very close too. They're all working together. This is a lot of power together here. There's going to be a lot of fire, a lot of desire to take action. And it's important to look at where that desire is coming from. where that desire is coming from. Are you moving toward what you're building and what you're creating? It could be anger. It could be anger. So a lot of emotions will come up, and we're guided to feel them, yes, feel them through, and to not judge them at all, but to get a bit of a distance from them. So we have part of our awareness that's realizing where this emotion stems from. If we're having very strong emotions, especially hostility or anger, there's going to be a place where our boundaries have been crossed. Our boundaries have been crossed. So it's important to examine whether or not that has occurred. And this it can be physical boundaries, but it's going to be energetic boundaries. So something mentally that's been allowed, something emotional that's been allowed, something going on. So for some of you, that needs deeper examination. This new moon is also aligned with asteroids relating to justice and karma. So there is a very, very big balancing out. This is relating to if you have gone through your life and always thought or felt life should be a certain way. There have been dreams and hopes that you've had that for some reason or another just have not been possible, that have not come to fruition for you. The universe is currently shifting and moving things around so that the vision that you've been imagining, that something better, even if you haven't had a picture of it just yet, that space is a very real vibrational space, and it's coming down now. It's going to be able to be something that you're able to experience. So really trust in the events that are unfolding and the way that they're unfolding. It's going to be a process. It won't make sense. It's not going to make sense, and it won't be linear. So things will be shuffled around until it's time. Until it's time. Keep looking for those opportunities, because they will come into your awareness, and they will shine very, very bright. They're going to be very clear signs. So really trust that the universe is guiding you forward. Guiding you forward. That's the space we're in now. We're really in the present moment. We're really brought clear into the present moment so we can fully release the past to be here now and trust in the next step and the next step. On October 7th, Venus moves into Sagittarius, and on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, Venus and the south node of the moon are merging together, and the south node is the collective experience, the collective history. So I'm really feeling a lot of reconnections of lost loves. So now I'm receiving those that have departed, and this does mean those beyond the veil, those who have transitioned to the other side. So keep a lookout for messages from your loved ones, clear signs, messages in dream or just waking up. You may hear their voice, you may smell them, you may get visions. So please know that this is your loved ones who are reaching out and connecting with you. The energy is very, very productive and conducive to these connections between worlds now as the worlds are merging. Also with Venus conjoining the South Node, it feels like an explosion of money. And this does relate to the balancing justice and karma, the karmic completions that are continuing to occur, but on a really, really grand scale, on a cosmic scale. So money that has been due, this is the very beginning of the money shift now, a very, very big money shift occurring that it does push on into November and beyond. But this is the beginning now. This is the beginning of the returning of things that are of value. The returning of value. So this can really appear and present itself in so many different forms. This is through others, through relationships. So the returning of loves as they are of value, the returning of money to you. Also that money that has been bestowed upon you. So this could be the beginning of inheritances. I am receiving real estate as well, real estate coming through. So money can present itself in so many different forms. So when we think of abundance, we really think of just having large amounts of money. So money can look out for money presenting itself in many different forms. Abundance is many different forms. So really try to make yourself aware of the form that it takes so you're able to appreciate it when it does present itself. Appreciate and give thanks and gratitude for it. One extra note I wanted to give regarding Venus and the South Node. As they're joining in Sagittarius, this is travel. And there are other aspects that open within the month. In particular, October 12th, when Saturn goes direct, which activates an air trine. So there are reconnections related to long distances and travel that's occurring. So I'm seeing things in certain ways open up for travel to allow these reconnections. And with the aspects that Uranus is making right now, these will be unexpected, and they may not come out of places that you would have figured out the probability for, but they're just gifts from the universe. So be alert for these gifts to come into your awareness. Be open to possibilities in this way. Don't count anything out. All possibilities are possible at this time, so don't count out any of your wishes, any of your hopes. Don't discount anything right now. Really be open. Really be open. Focus on your desire and then just allow the universe to make it happen. Allow it to make it happen, and how it comes to you is going to be magic. It truly, truly is. For the second half of the month, there is going to be a major shift in many different directions and many different areas of life. On October 17th, the Sun squares Pluto, and there are going to be more clashes and more power struggles. This will be things coming to a head and major shifts, both personally and globally. Everything is going to be restructuring on a ground level, from the ground up. From the ground up. The Sun and Mars will be exactly aligned with Arcturus, which really is such a very high vibrational and magical alignment. There's going to be a lot of high frequency energy that is going to be directed toward the earth throughout this month, which feels like a very balanced, a very strong, a very protective energy. It is uplifting energy as well, uplifting and supporting in the higher vibration. It feels like it is energetically supporting the earth as the weight of things shift and adjust. Throughout all of the adjustments, it's the energy from Arcturus is really keeping the balance and keeping the flow steady while we advance and push forward and raise. The balance, it really does remain steady. It's sort of like balancing, standing at the center point of a seesaw with each foot on either side, but very, very strong, very sturdy. So there is, throughout October, if things feel or may seem out of control, there is a frequency there to tune into and tap into in order to find and maintain your balance. And with this, I'm getting a very strong throat activation. So this really does work in tandem with your voice and your speech and your communication. Very, very important now. This does relate to your self-talk, with how you speak to yourself. That will be in a positive way, and how you work through things, through issues, ideas, emotions with yourself, and how you communicate and what you communicate and where you communicate from within yourself to others. Knowing when to speak and also knowing when not to hold back. Don't hold back. If it's related to your truth, you are being guided to not hold back. And with this, I'm really getting high, very strong emotions, like a fountain of love, a fountain of love. If you have love that you desire to express, specifically if it's to anyone that you have in mind, then now is the time. Now is always the time. Don't hold back for any reason. There is nothing to wait for. There is nothing to wait for. The energy of Mars is so strong, really bringing this forward, really helping to be led by the heart, by the fire within the heart, by the truth within the heart. The Sun and Mars are really working together. There is no fear here. There is only strength and power and love. My entire body is activated right now. It's going to be very, very powerful. Libra is love, is beauty, is harmony, is balance. And this energy is expanding and strengthening on this planet. So really use these alignments to their fullest here. It's such a gift that is coming through for this month. Don't let it pass by. Notice it, feel it. Feel it continuously. Hold it in your heart. It's really helping with courage this month. Courage from the heart. Speaking from the heart. Your balance is found within the heart. We'll move on now to Mars trining Jupiter on October 19th. There will be a greater sight, a greater light available, a greater light that has spread on the 19th and beyond. And the full moon in Aries will be on October 20th. And we're already so far ahead with all of these events that occur day by day and within each moment. We are going to be so very different by the time we arrive at the full moon on October 20th. So, which also happens to be square Pluto. So also, again, new major change. So let's just take this moment by moment and live completely in this present moment now. But there is a lot to look forward to and a lot of beautiful things ahead. So make sure you're focusing on the beauty and the joy and your peace and the simple things and what makes you happy. Because there is so much that we're building now together, and we are connecting with those we're meant to be connected to in our greater community. So don't hesitate to say hi to someone new or to be open to recognizing your energy in another. Because greater soul connections are coming together now. And those are very, very exciting. So I wish you all a very happy new moon. And I send everyone so much love. There was a lot of change that we're moving through at this time throughout the rest of the year and into 2022. And it's going to be affecting everyone very, very differently depending on your circumstances and where your focus and energy is. So if you'd like to book a personal reading to see what is opening up for you, you can book with me on my website. It's jenniferalexander.net.